What's going on? What's going on, man? It's Town to Town News, man, and I got a big exclusive, man. You know, right here, right now, man. Right now. I got my man AHK in the building, man.
What's the word, man? How you feeling?
How you feeling, AHK, man?
Man, I'm straight, I'm cooling, great, you know. Every day above ground is a blessing. You know?
Yeah, man. You look blessed, man. You look like you doing good, man. You maneuver through the world in a good avenue. I see that, man. So right now, I just want to, tell the people who you are, man.
Well, shit, it's Isaiah and me, AHK, man. I grew up in Pilsen, you know, I was born by Humboldt Park and shit, you know, so I grew up on the west side of Chicago, you could say. You know, I ventured my way south, lower west side, all shit like that. So pretty much in like the years that I can remember, I was living in Pilsen though, and it was wild out there, dog. Wild as hell. The Mexicans don't play that shit.
So what age can you remember, man, that you fell in love with like hip hop? Or it's always been the love of the air of hip hop was always there? Yeah,
like I always had a thing for music, bro. Like I shot my first music video when I was like 10 years old. I was in this program at Dvork Park, and they had like a little cinematography joint, and I did a little video to that song Ghetto by Akon. We was just walking around like robbers and shit. It was like cops and robbers. I think I got that shit on VHS somewhere. Fuck around and find that shit.
You said it was at a school?
No, it was at a park, Chicago Public, like the Chicago Public Parks and shit.
Okay, so you had to sign up, or you are just being around there, they put you already in the mix to it?
Well, my aunt was a lifeguard at the pool, so, you know.
Okay.
I'm plugged everywhere I go.
You
like,
had the plug right there, so
out, you know?
First dibs.
You know that.
Okay. So right then and there, that really just changed.
But
the way
like that shit got cut short because I was living by the SDs and shit on Oakley, and that shit was all the way by Carpenter, like by where the party people and the Ambrose be at and shit, and the Rosses. So like, I went over there with my homies one time and shit, cause they was in the program with me, but their brothers were SDs and shit. So they got to gangbanging at these niggas, and niggas got to tweaking. So you know, like I just kind of cut down from going over there until I got into high school. And then when I got to high school, like niggas recognized me, but you know, what's understood don't gotta be explained. You know, I'm respected everywhere I go. I go through every avenue, you know.
So basically back then, what you say you was 10? Around that time, 10,
like
11?
10, 11, 12, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So going around there, and you was seeing like, okay, no, this is different. Yeah.
Bro, when I first moved to Pilsen, I lived on 19th and Paulina. That's by the Bishops. So then, like a year later, the rent started to go up and shit. Well, not even a year, because we lived on 19th for like 8 years. And then when we moved from there, we moved to 21st and Paulina, and that's by the Ambrose. So I ended up getting cool with this nigga named Junior. He lived in the front building. He was like 6 years older, 7 years older, but like, you know, I used to chill with him because he was a neighbor and shit. I used to play Grand Theft Auto with his crib and shit. Post up in front, cock my hat, you know, post up like I was gang and shit. And then we ended up moving from there, but when we moved from there, we moved to the SD's hood and shit. And when I told them where I moved from, they were like, oh, he lived by the Ambrose? But I'm in 4th grade, bro. These niggas treated me like an op in 4th grade. So I'm like, damn, that's what y'all on, bro. Like,
right.
Come on, man. But, you know, motherfuckers got past that shit. And, you know.
Right. So, dealing all that, you still had your passion for music. So how did, after, you know, doing all that, you doing a little seminar, you had the first dibs, Auntie Lifeguard, going back and forth throughout the neighborhoods.
Yeah, then when I started to get a little bit older and shit, you know, like I was listening to a lot of Wayne, and like he was my inspiration. I had Wayne and Tupac, and you know, that was my generation, because I was listening to what my peoples was listening to.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn, they outside. Yeah, so I got my grandma to buy me a laptop and shit, and I started recording my first little songs. Then I fucked up my laptop. Grandma passed away. And then, you know, as I started to get older, I started to just learn more and more. And then I got me my first little job when I was 15 and built my first studio when I was 15 years old.
Oh, so you built your first studio and got your first job. Off your job, you built your studio. Where did you work at?
I was working at the Chris Kendall Market downtown. I was in that bitch flipping shit, cooking. You heard?
15, that's a hustle though.
Yeah,
Big
but,
ups, you know?
But you know what I'm saying? I was doing that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's like, I'm getting 150 for Friday, then 200 for Saturday, 200 for Sunday. So they giving me 550 plus 200 in tips. So I'm getting 750.
Just for 3 to 4 days.
For 3 days, and this is in 2012.
Oh, you killing them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you killing them.
Buying my girl diamond earrings, you know what I'm saying? Smoking the finest Zar, freshest clothes, all that shit, bro. I was doing my shit every time, every year. I still do the Chris Kendall market. I do that shit every day during that season now. And that shit, I be going crazy, bro. Coming home with crazy guap. They pay me really well.
Oh, that's what's up. So I can see at a young age you already had the eye for like business and investing and flipping and doing all that. Where did that come from? Where did you see that from?
My mom and my dad.
Okay, so you did come up with both parents in the household?
No. My mother had me when she was 14 years old, right? So my grandmother raised me. My grandmother was a hustler, but my mom was getting that bag too, like I watched everything, but my mom's a mom now. When my mom had me, she was young. So I got to see her living the life at the age that I am now and shit. Mm-hmm. So it was cool, but my father, I didn't have him in my life until I was like 13. But when I started to figure out who my dad was and shit, and I learned what the internet was, yeah, shit got spicy. My father was locked up for conspiracy of bringing 297 pounds of cocaine from Florida to Chicago. And he did 10 years in the federal penitentiary. So when I was 3 years old, he went to jail and he came out when I was 13. But I did my research when I was like 11, 12 years old. But, I feel like, there was always hustling. My dad's still a hustler, but, he hustles in a legit way. He works with a tequila company and shit like that. He does his thing. He live out in Vegas. So, how he gets his money is how he gets his money. He drives limos and shit like that. Whatever business opportunity we see, we gonna take it.
Right.
There's money involved, best believe one of our names gonna be there.
Right. So, like you just slid past 100 keys, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't, like 100 keys is crazy. Like, that's, like, man. And you said he came from 4 to 13 when he came home or something like that? So he did like 11, 12 straight?
10 years.
Yeah, so
he
10,
did 10 years. And then, like, from what I read in the thing, it was like him, 4 of his guys, and then there was a cop involved named Majanowski or some shit like that. There was a dirty cop, like, there's documentaries on this cop. Like, he was a Polish guy and he was like really high ranked. He had a lot of awards and shit for things that he did, but the things that he did were things that he set up. He was like setting up drug deals and busting people for a brick. The whole time there's 10 bricks involved, he keeps 9 bricks.
Man, that's like,
gives them back to the people and then keeps all the money and then locks all them people up for 1 brick type shit.
Yeah, that's like, that, they make movies off niggas like that.
Yeah, so that shit, like, that was real shit, bro.
Yeah, wow.
And my father was a part of that shit. And then in the article I read that like it was just like crazy shit, bro. Like, motherfuckers can do their research. I don't gotta say too much.
That's legendary status, you ask me.
Y'all can do a documentary on my dad, do an interview on my dad type shit.
Yeah, man.
So some shit.
Wow. So all right, you come from. It seems like you come from the cartel, you ask me, but no, but you come from a hustler family, man.
That shit over with.
And
we work legit jobs, bro.
No, I'm just joking with you, but no, I'm just saying, like, you come from a hustler family, hustler background, man. You got it from a young age.
Yeah, so it's like,
on it.
I see motherfuckers getting to that bag, I'm gonna find my way to get to it too. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. That's what my grandmother taught me.
So when did you think that music was gonna give you the bag?
When I started seeing what it was looking like in these music videos and like how motherfuckers was living, but like, you gotta look past the facade sometimes. A lot of motherfuckers really ain't living like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these big rappers, they live in these big ass cribs, but they really in debt. But like, I guess, debt is the way to go because like, debt's your best friend. If you in debt, that's good because at least you got like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. Yeah, so I felt like music would give me a bag because like, I seen how motherfuckers was profiting off that shit, you know what I'm saying? I started to see like the revenue coming in off like people making sales and streams and also selling merchandise and doing shows and, you know, selling tickets and shit like that. Cause, you know, I really had my first show where it was money involved when I was with Donda's House.
So break that down. Explain that. How did you get involved in that?
I got into Donda's House through my brother Rodrigo. He sent me a flyer. I sent in an email. I applied. There was like 1,000 applicants. Out of the 1,000 applicants that wrote an essay and shit to be in it, they selected 300. Out of that 300, they selected 30 to be in the class. Out of that 30, I was one of them. But out of all the 30, I was the only one that was Hispanic. It was all blacks and then one Hispanic, which was me.
So how did that make you feel when you got in there and you was like, I mean, did that make you feel any different?
Shit, that shit made me feel good. I was like, damn, how am I the only Hispanic here? Them other niggas ain't on shit. I must be the best Hispanic
ever.
You feel me? But okay, shit, you know, it was also hard for me because it was like, you know, I felt like motherfuckers really didn't think I would like really be on shit because it's like, you know, I was different, I guess you could say. Yeah, but I showed they ass. They underestimated me, boy.
So what you mean by that? How they underestimate you? What you do to like? How was that experience? Like,
it was just like, you know, like they don't know until they know. You know what I'm saying? It's like they look at me and they think maybe he ain't that raw, maybe he ain't this, maybe he ain't that. But at the end of the day, I know what I am, and like I feel like. Basically, long story short, I feel like motherfuckers sold us a dream. Like Ryan Fest sold us a dream with that class, but he taught us a lot, but they made it seem like we was gonna get on with that shit. And I feel like I was so raw and I outshined a lot of them in that course, in that shit that we was doing, bro. And I was really involved with that shit. And I felt like they held me back because they didn't want to see someone that was Hispanic or a lighter tone doing better than them on like some racist shit. Like not to say racist, but like reverse racism, if you get what I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying.
Like I really feel like it held me back. Like if I was like black, like I probably would have been on because Ryan Fest would have seen like, oh, let me put my black brother on type shit. You know what I'm saying?
So okay.
Because like at the end of the day,
let me not to cut you off. What was you doing to make you outshine the others? To make you feel the way you feeling?
Basically I was on 2 of the songs. That was the only thing. I was like the only artist that was on 2 songs out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had 1 song that they was on. I was on 2. I was on Lonely People, which was a sample of Eleanor Rigsby that they kept taking down because of copyright infringement. And then we had another one called Welcome to the Show. And it was me and 4 guys on one, me and 3 guys on the other. And then, you know, like I was out there doing my thing. So then I'm building my studio at the crib at the same time. I'm showing up to every show. Like I'm recording other artists from the program at my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm helping people like stay involved with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I really like was the glue to that class. You feel me? Like I kept the motherfuckers on point type shit.
And you felt like they just looked over all that because of you was Hispanic.
And then on top of that, we had a showcase. The showcase we sold, 5,200 tickets total sales coming in. That's $10 a ticket. I made out of that 5,200, I sold 1,300 tickets. The person in second place on the ticket sold 25 tickets. No, $1,300 worth of tickets, so I sold 130 tickets. And then the person behind me sold 25, so I outshined them by 5 times, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a crowd of 5,000 people for 30 students, and one student brought 1,300 students, so you could just imagine, I step on the stage and everybody just, Isaiah, oh my God, and then I get off stage and it gets quiet.
So you feel like it was just they just sold your dream, they slapped you in the face just because you think you was Hispanic.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know, we go to Yeezus, right? And then here's another thing, like Donda's House was in memorial of Kanye West's mother, right? Ryan Fest ran the class. I think it was funded by Kanye in some way, shape, or form. But Like when we went to the Yeezus show, the tickets that we had, the passes that we had, we were supposed to be on the floor next to the stage. They gave us a hard time about it. We still got down there, and then I ended up finessing my way next to the stage. I was like right next to the stage while Kanye was doing his thing and shit, you know, like with them niggas and, you know, all them, you know, everybody. I didn't even realize who I could have been around. Like Kim Kardashian could have been like 2 people away from me, and I wouldn't even have noticed because I was like, damn, this is really going on. Like we really about to be backstage after the show, bro. It's like 1:30 in the morning at the end of the show because Kanye was like 2 hours late. And then we all in the back, by the back door to go backstage. And there's the exit, and then there's a door to go backstage because we in the United Center. Mm-hmm. Bro, we all standing right there. Young Chop walk right past us, go backstage. And then we just right there, waiting. No Kanye. He just said, fuck it. Like,
so how long y'all wait out there?
We was right there in that hallway for like an hour, bro.
An hour?
Yes, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. And all of us looking at each other. How
many are y'all?
Bro, it was 30 of us in there. And then mind you, since I sold the most tickets to the showcase, I had my girl with me. So I got my bitch with me. I'm about to take my bitch with me to meet Kanye. I had got a sponsorship from a clothing brand called Mars Trio. You know, fly shit only. They gave me the motherfucking varsity jacket. I had the hat. I had a lit. In that bitch, you feel me? Like $500 jacket, $200 hat, bro. I'm going.
Yeah,
it's up, I wanted that so that I could take a picture with Kanye and have that on, give my homies some, like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like they sponsored me and gave me that specifically for this reason. Now I'm going, and now it makes me look bad because like I'm telling them, yeah, I'm about to meet Kanye, I'm about to be backstage, and like I end up going, the move don't happen. So now they like, damn.
A no-show.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of made me look bad with my homie, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, shouts to Brown. That was one of our security guards when I was in high school and shit.
Is that the only reason why you felt bad because of that, or just the fact, like?
Hell no, I put all that work in for that program, bro.
Yeah, you did. You sold. You sold 2,800 tickets.
I sold 130 tickets, bro. I made them $1,300, bro. So it's
right.
So I make y'all $1,300 at the thing, and it was like the space was donated to them. They didn't pay for nothing. Everything there was donation. So I made you $1,300. You made 5 bands. What you do with that? You took it and helped it for the next class. So I helped you keep that shit alive more than anybody else that was there. You know,
you
should have kept me more involved with that shit. And then at the time I'm selling tickets, Rhymefest pulling up on me, bro. He pulling up to me at my crib, and I was living on Cicero and Arthington, bro.
In the hood.
Nah, fuck the hood, nigga. Every day when I was going to school, bro, I'm walking down Arthington, and I gotta walk up Cicero to the blue line right there. At 6:30 in the morning, I'm walking to the train, and there's hookers out there. What's up, Poppy? How you doing? I'm like, step arm. Jump on the train, go pick up my whoop, walk to school with my shorty and shit. But at the same time, it was like, damn, I had to walk through prostitutes and walk through crackheads and all that shit. That was scary. And Rhymefest pulling up on me in front of that shit. Like, he seen that this is where I live. And he took my money, and he ain't asked me if I was alright. He was like, you need more tickets? You know what I'm saying? So he was really worried about how much money he was going to make out that.
Yeah. And he seen you moving it.
Man.
But this dude right here,
bro, when I tell you, I was like, I'm still that nigga, bro. A lot of them, I still fuck with a lot of them niggas, bro. And like, out of everybody that I see, like, I'm the only one from my cohort that's making big moves, bro. Still to this day, knee deep in this shit, bro. Still pushing, bro. Ain't nobody else out here doing this shit like me from my class, bro. I promise you. I was at North Riverside Mall. I seen Jasmine. She was one of the girls from our class and shit, bro. She was like, oh my God, you still doing music? I said, yeah. I told her all my shit, and she was like, she fucking put her head down, did a prayer for me, and fucking said, keep going, you got this shit, bro. Like, you know, motherfuckers really believe in me, bro.
So look, you know what, you right. And not to cut you off, I was just about to ask you, through all that letdown, all that hard work you put in that night, or those days, however you was in the class, you did blood, sweat, and tears.
6 months, bro.
Yeah, and you know, gave the whole federation, they just closed the door on you.
And then mind you, whole time, I'm living out west, right? These classes are on 78th and Racine at the Arc of St. Sabina. So I gotta take the motherfucking pink line to the red line to 79th, and then walk from the fucking red line all the way to the Arc of St. Sabina, through all of that shit or wait for the bus. I always walked that shit. I was never scared, bro. But I like that
That's
shit
that
was
drive you
treacherous.
had in it. You see that drive you had. See, that's the thing. I was just about to ask you, like, through all that, man, that drive still, it never dwindled or went away because you done met a lot of stars in your lifespan. I'm gonna get to that too as well. So after all that, you kept pushing. You like, you know what, obviously that happened for a reason. Cause those type of things, you know what I'm saying? So what was your next step with the music after that? You got the studio in your crib.
Shit, I went to Columbia College. I got that shit busting. I was up there with my nigga EBE Bands.
Okay,
Rest
shout out
in
to
peace,
EBE.
man.
Okay,
Rest in peace, EBE Bands.
When you went to university, you went to school, how did you get introduced to? How did y'all meet?
Shit, I ended up, cause like how it was, basically I was homeless at the time. I ended up, before I went to school, I lived in Vegas for like a month because that's the first time I really like got to chill with my dad, like he reached out to me like, you wanna come hang out in Vegas for a little while? And it was perfect timing because I was staying in the hood. I was on the block every day. I was 18 years old, I just graduated high school, got into it with my mom, she kicked me out, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to go to college, I still got the summer and shit. So, I was living with my auntie kicked me out, I moved in with one of the folks from the block, and then, right at the time where like, I was overstaying my welcome at his crib, my father reached out to me, and then, I was out there with my father, I come back from Las Vegas, and I really don't got nowhere to go, so I hit up the joint, the school, the dorm I was staying in, because I was staying downtown at the UC on what is that, State Street, State and Harrison, and they let me move in the day early. So since there was no one else on my floor, because I moved in a day early, I was kicking it with the people downstairs, and EBE Bands was one of them people, and like we instantly like chopped it up with him. We locked in. I went to his room. We were showing each other our weed and shit. We went outside. We smoked some weed and shit, and then we got to it from there. We was just cool, we was always kicking it, partying and shit. We never really like got to recording music because we had like a genuine connection. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those like, that's my nigga right there. That's bro.
So how did you know Bands had the love for music like you did?
I seen the studio equipment in his room when I went into the room to check out the weed.
Ooh, so you like, oh.
And I was like, folks, I got the setup in my room too. And he's like, all right, folks, I'm stoned. I was like, oh well.
Damn, rest in peace, Bands.
Yeah,
man.
he was a real one, bro. And then anytime I ever seen him after I got kicked out, he always had that shtick on him, bro. So I don't understand how that shit happened the way it happened, but like EBE Bands, he was really getting to it, bro. Like he was pushing harder than me. He was linked up with fucking Trey the Truth out in Texas and all that shit. He was doing all type of shit.
Trey.
I think he did a song with what is Gino Marley? What's that dude name? He used to be with like Chief Keef and shit. I think it's called, I forgot what the song was called, but EBE Bands got some heat.
So that's basically what, and when that happened, when y'all connection and you seen y'all already locked in on a friendship side, so when you get to knowing y'all locked in on the music side, what grounds or what doors did that open up for you?
Shit, that really just like gave me the motivation to stay locked in, because it's like you never know what kind of opportunities might come ahead of you. So I met bro and I seen that he was recording, and then I'm meeting all type of different people at school. So I'm like, I'm gonna just keep doing what I do. I'm doing studio sessions in my room, getting in trouble, getting noise complaints. It was to the point where like, niggas was hating on me so much. Like I'll be in my dorm beating buns and shit. They come banging on my door like, hey bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like we can hear y'all fucking. We don't want to hear that shit. We trying to study. I was like, shut your bitch ass up. Y'all just mad because you ain't getting buns, you bitch ass nigga. Like leave me alone. But I ended up getting so many of those that it got to a point where they was looking for anything to get on my ass, bro. They came banging on my room one time. Well, I was in the bathroom smoking a blunt. I had the windows open, all that shit, but they still smelled it. I always got that gas. I stay with that gas since day one, nigga. Day one. But No, like they come banging on the door, and I thought I had everything put up, bro. I shit you not, I had like a small ass nugget, like a small ass nugget on the counter. They come in, they're looking around, they see the weed on the counter. They're like, ooh, there's weed in here. We got you. I get to, cause like at first when they first came banging on the door, I'm naked, y'all can't come in here. Wait for me to get dressed. I'm making sure everything's put up, and I missed the little nugget. They come in, they see the nugget. They're like, all right. I'm like, I grab all my shit. I had QP on me. Get to running out the building, bro. I run down to like the 7th floor, hit the elevator. Boom. I had my homie Vito with me. He can vouch for this. This real shit. When the elevator doors open, the RAs that were in my room were on the elevator. So I get back to running down the stairs. I run out the cafeteria, back door their ass. I'm gone. I wasn't gonna let them lock me up, bro, because weed wasn't legal. I had a quarter pound. It was in a, like, you know, in a school and shit, so they probably would have fried my ass because it's a school. I don't know how that should work. It's a college. Anyway, but, the school is across the street, so yeah, they would have fried me. Jones College Prep. Yeah, I wasn't going because that day I ended up linking up with Chance the Rapper and Big Sean at a Donda's House event.
The day you escaped with the weed?
Yeah, I had the weed on me. I escaped, and then I went to this event. I wasn't gonna get locked up the day I was gonna meet Chance the Rapper and fucking Big Sean. They was like the biggest thing.
They
in
was
the
gonna
time.
be there at the event.
Yeah, I knew they was gonna be there. They was giving speeches and shit. Like I got to chop it up with them. You know, Big Sean, what's that word? How you coming, bro? Like, what inspired you to make music? And you know, he told me, you know, like, you know, where he come from, you know, he just wanted to be better and shit. And, you know, he was from where Eminem was from. He, you know, if a white boy from Detroit could make it, you know, I can make it type shit, you know, like that's what he spit to me. So it's like, then Chance the Rapper, he went to school with my cousin, you know, what up, Chano, how you coming, bro? And, you know, I know his brother Taylor and shit, so it's just like, that worked out like that.
Mm-hmm. And so
and then from there, I pimped off. I dropped the weed off in my OG crib, went back to the dorm and got a letter saying, you got a meeting with us. And they told me I had 3 weeks to move out.
Whoa. You, wait a minute.
Yeah, I dropped the weed off at my mom's house. Because
I need to rewind a little bit. Hold on, G.
Like, I put it up. She ain't know my weed was in my bag.
I ain't saying that part. After the escape, you went and met these guys. You didn't put the weed up then. You went and still met these guys, Chance and Big Sean with the weed on you, and then went and put it up.
Yes, bro, I'm like that, bro. I'm really like that.
You like that before that.
I was in that bitch too.
You might well didn't even put it up. You might well keep it, nah.
Nah, because I had to go back. Well, I'm going back to the dorm. They gonna search me when I get there, and now they got the weed that I ran out that bitch.
Oh, you gotta go back to the dorm.
Yes, they had a meeting with me and gave me 2 weeks to move out.
Cause that little nugget.
They never found it, so they couldn't put it on
I'm
me.
talking about the little nugget. That's why they gave you the 2 weeks. Like
no, bro. They didn't have the weed physically, so technically they couldn't write me up for the weed. They just write me up for running out the fucking building. But I had so many infractions that they was like, all right, you're a menace. Yeah. You gotta go.
Yeah, and they giving you 2 weeks to get up out of this facility.
Exactly. And then I wasn't kicked out of the school. I can still go back to Columbia, but I can't live in no dorm. I'm banned from all the dorms, bro. Getting banned from that one dorm banned me from all of them. I can't go to none of the dorms. So, you know, if I wanted to go live in a dorm, I can't. But it's all right because, you know, if I go back to Columbia, I'm going to have that bag. Nigga, I'm going to live in a condo. Y'all can suck my dick, nigga.
Okay, so now, all right. Okay, so you lit. It seems like, all right, man, your college life is the life.
And it was only like 4 months.
Yeah.
I lived it up, though.
Yeah.
And I got a MacBook off that shit. I had the Ross North Face equipment, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, hold on, wait.
Like, I was running it up. And I was eating good every day in the cafeteria. The lunch ladies love me. I come through there, be like, what up, papi? ¿Cómo estás? Like, what's up, mommy? Let me get an omelet, you know? Ooh, whip me up, scramble that shit. Syrup on the pancakes. Waffles.
Boom, okay.
Woke up feeling like donkey. We making waffles, nigga.
So you done met Chance, you done met Big Sean, you got an AFI.
That was at 18 years old.
18.
I had met GLC, I had met Common, you know what I'm saying? I was recording with DJ Ken, that's the nigga that fucking recorded Chief Keef's first music, you know what I'm saying? I was recording with Rich Lorel, that's the nigga that was recording what's his name, King Louis and Katie got bands, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm out here, you know, shooting music videos for my homie Super. You know, he had a feature with G Herbo that I shot the video for. Then he had a song with D-Lo and Stunt Taylor that I helped with the production for, you know what I'm saying, on the video side. And it was just like a lot of shit that I had already accomplished by the age of 19, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So then, you know,
so
my face been out there, bro.
So when did you meet FBG? What era, what age, what was going on in your life when you?
Well, so I ain't really get in tune with FBG first. Like the first person like I really got in tune with was Kingyella. Because when I was living out in Vegas, he was out in Vegas. He had just got out of jail. He was on house arrest. This was before he went to jail for 3 years. He went to Vegas, got popped with the pipe, right? With the whole Migos, Cardi B shit. Then he was out on bail. When he was out on bail, I recorded his Slide remix. And then when I recorded his Slide remix, you know what I'm saying? He ended up shooting the video and then going back to jail. So when he went back to jail, you know what I'm saying? I just continued my venture, you know? That was a stepping stone, you know? I had help in the production of his Slide remix. I recorded it, I engineered it, and then I sent it to my homie Major so that he can master it. So then I move on from there, I come back to Chicago, I run into Swag De Niro, I chop it up with him, I tell him, you know, my history, and he's like, damn, nigga, you cold. So he got up with me. I ended up being his cameraman for a little bit. I got a bunch of like vlogs and all type of shit that I just never got to editing, you know what I'm saying? I was lazy as fuck, but if I would've just kept to it on that camera shit, I probably would've been somewhere different right now. But yeah, I was a little bit lazy. I was trying to be a rapper and trying to do cameraman shit. I was still shooting music videos and all type of other shit, bro. But me and Swag ended up developing a genuine relationship. We was like brothers for a while, bro. But shit, you know, sometimes shit goes sour. It happens to be like that. I ain't gonna dwell on it.
Yeah, so how did you meet Kingyella?
Shit, I just hit him in the DM like, what's that word, folks? I'm in Vegas. You know, I'm from the Rack. I grew up on Oakley, nigga. And then he was like, oh yeah? What's the word? How you coming? What's going on? I was like, man, I got the studio equipment, bro. What you got going on? You on house arrest. You want a studio session? So he was like, fuck it, pull up. And you know, he showed me love and he let me pull up. We was just out there, you know, I was chilling, I was smoking my weed, you know, and it was just cooling, bro. I recorded that song. I got another verse from somewhere in my computer and shit, but you know, it was all love, bro.
Okay.
Shouts to Kingyella.
Shout out to Yella, man. That's what's up. But just, you know, answering the DM quick like that, like how you
said. He was like, fuck it, free studio session. Let's see how you coming, shorty. But like, you know, like, man, bro, like, what if I was a op? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an op, but I'm saying like, I'm not saying I'm an op, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like he could have looked at me like I was an op and been like, nah, fuck that, nigga, you don't need my loan and shit. But like, he gave me, you know, he gave me like that, like chance, and I appreciate it, bro, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? We got to link in and chop it up, you know, record that song and shit. And then, boom, that was it. It was just through the DM. And then it was up from there. Met Swag De Niro, and you know, after I met Swag, he introduced me to Lil J. I met all type of niggas.
So Swag was the one that introduced you to Lil J?
Yeah. And then he also introduced me to a lot of niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And Lil J, that's how Lil J introduced you to FBG. Oh.
Bro, nah, bro. Bodine introduced me to FBG Butter.
Your brother?
Yeah. My homie Bodine, he introduced me to Butter. I went to go like pull up on him. I dropped some weed off one day and shit. We was at Butter's crib and shit. So I was like, oh shit, what's that word, cuz? How you coming? And he was like, what's that word, cuz? I was like, got blunt? He was like, you got weed? And I was like, I always got weed. So we got high. You know, we just, you know, from there it was just up. Bro always had like a genuine like sense of like he a genuine person, you feel me? So it's just like I ain't never really had none bad happen with him or around him. Like, you know, we all, you know, motherfuckers had their ups and downs, shit be happening, but like that be happening when you go outside to kick it. But like at the end of the day, that's bro, you know what I'm saying? That's how I met FBG, through Butter. And well, not through Butter, through Bodine. And then I met Young through Bodine, but I met him one time and shit, you know, we chopped it up, shook hands and shit. It was all love. I helped them, you know, Bodine stepped off, I helped him continue the studio session and shit. Little shit.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you didn't rub elbows with a lot of people, man. You keep pushing, you keep doing your thing. And so you still like, and I hear you saying like you was trying to do too much, like you was trying to rap, be the cameraman, be the editor, and doing all that. You was burning yourself out. Like it wasn't. And then
on top of that, I'm working a 9-to-5 job.
Oh yeah.
I'm making my moves in the streets. I'm taking care of my brothers and sisters, like my real brothers and sisters at the crib. You know what I'm saying? My mom was young, so I had to help her because, you know, my father wasn't there, and then my stepdad, you know, that's a story for another time, but shit, you know, I was always the man of the house. So I had to provide, and if the music wasn't making me no money, I had to find other avenues.
Okay, that's what's up. So, all right, I see that, you know, you're gonna make ends meet by any means necessary, man. You know, you're gonna do all that.
Man, crazy that you say it like that, because I just recorded this song. It's called Any Means, and I pretty much said that I'm gonna run it. I do the shit by any means. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I wanna go back on some of what you said. You said that the school you went into, the little Ye school you went to, they really like played a race card on you to hold you back. Well,
not necessarily. I feel like
the teacher, the one professor who was there. What you say his name was?
Ryan Fest. I felt like he knew it. I felt like he I don't know. I just felt like he overlooked my potential. I felt like, you know, my skin was a little darker. He probably would have invested a little bit more into me, type shit. You feel me? But that's needless to say that they pretty much sold us all a dream, because he could have did a lot more for all of us. But
so, do you believe in blackball? Like,
yeah.
Do you believe in industry blackball? Have a black ball in it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, speak on it. Like,
I feel like motherfuckers hold motherfuckers back because they don't want to see them be greater than them. They don't want motherfuckers to be great. Like, that's what it is. They just don't want motherfuckers to be great. They haters. Like, everybody deserves their time to shine at the end of the day. So it's like, if you tell this motherfucker not to work with this motherfucker and this motherfucker not to work with this motherfucker, now you got a bigger name, and the bigger names that you fuck with ain't gonna fuck with this one, because you like, oh, he ain't on shit. So it's like, there goes my opportunity. What if I end up meeting this person and they actually fuck with what I got going on and want to put me on, and now I'm the only one that's on play and you get overlooked? But at the end of the day, it's like, if I get put in play, you know I'm gonna bless you. Like, what the fuck? Like, but motherfuckers just don't be understanding. It's cutthroat out here, bro. It's Hollywood.
And why you saying that, man, not to cut you up, why you saying that, you know, you done dropped a lot of names that you close with, so,
but it's like,
how you feel about, you know, all the things you seeing on the net right now about the separation with J-Mane and his guys, you know what I'm saying, the Gyro guys saying Butter can't come back to his hood, like, by you being a genuine nigga and rubbed elbows with all them, and, you know what's going on, and you see that, and they close to you, how you feel about all that?
Man, bro, shit. At the end of the day, like, I can't really speak on that, because, like, yeah, I know them and I'm cool with them, but, like, they business is none of my business, because I didn't meet J-Mane until, like, this year. You know, I met J-Mane at headquarters and shit, and he seen I was cool, you know what I'm saying? He seen I was coming over there with Butter and shit, and, you know, every time I was over there, I showed love. Like, I put some shit in the air, you know, I'll pop a bottle, I kick it, talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoop with the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? We all kicking it, you know what I'm saying? And like, motherfuckers just fuck with my energy. They see I'm a genuine dude. They see I'm cool, calm, and collective, you know what I'm saying? They see that I keep my head on my swivel. So, you know, they just, you know, welcome me with open arms. So, with that being said, like, me seeing the way that everything's happening is kind of like, it's kind of like a little crazy, and I don't really want to speak on it because I don't want to like motherfuckers to come at me crazy for talking about shit that ain't my business. But it's kind of like, damn, bro, like motherfuckers should just stick together, you know, like all the day one homies and shit. But it's like motherfuckers feel some type of way because J-Man linking up with Durk, and it's like, you know, Durk the biggest op to some of these people out here. So it's like, damn, you're linking up with the biggest op. But it's like, at the end of the day, this shit all gotta come to an end at some point, bro.
You're right. So by you speaking that, you saying, you know, Durk the biggest op. Do you believe in the Pushing Peace Network? Do you believe the Pushing Peace Network can work? Or is it working?
Man, bro, I feel like Pushing Peace will work if all the pieces unite, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still got these young motherfuckers out here wilding. You got Von off 1700 riding hot cars, doing drills. You got Lil Jeff with 11 bodies. And then you got niggas like Lil Scoom getting backdoored by bitches out here. Like, this shit crazy, bro. Like, this shit real life GTA in these streets. It's like, how do you fix that? How do you fix that?
So, well, I mean, you know, that's what I'm asking. People think Lil Durk can fix it if he sit down, but you know, how can Lil Durk fix? He talked to FYBJ, man. He shot him out in the video.
What Durk say? He said we push a peace, not a truce. So it's like, how can you push peace without making a truce?
They don't go together.
Right. Because if you ain't pushing a truce at the same time that you're pushing peace, that means you're not over your beef that you had, and your ops are still your ops. So if you have the opportunity to kill him, you still gonna kill him.
So you think that's the reason why Durk always declines sit downs with people? He always agree to him, but when it's time to sit down, he decline it. You think that's what it is? Because he feel like he mixed up in the feeling. He don't.
Wait, say that again.
I mean, he had opportunities to sit down with, rest in peace, the big guy, FBG Duck, decline. You know, other big names. By Durk being, you know, his name, he declined to sit down. Why is these sit downs being declined from off his end?
Bro, you gotta think about it though. Like, them the main ones, bro. Duck, right? That's the main op to Durk, and Durk the main op to Duck, right? But then Von came out of jail, and that's another piece of the puzzle. But like, I feel like them niggas couldn't get over that shit. Like, they was...
Duck was willing though.
Duck was willing, but Durk wasn't at the time.
That's why I'm asking.
But I feel like Durk probably like trying to get with it because he don't want to get caught in no RICO, or like he trying to make these moves with the politicians because he don't want to get indicted on some shit. Like, because at the end of the day, like, you got to look at it right with the whole thing in Atlanta. When Von died, they ended up throwing the whole case on Von. And then when all these niggas in oblock got locked up, if Von was still alive, he would have got locked up in that too. And what's stopping them from tying Lil Durk into all that shit, right? So why doesn't it make sense? It makes the most sense for Lil Durk to be like, all right, you know what? We're not doing that no more. We're gonna push peace and we're gonna make friends with you guys. But it's like that's the best move for Durk.
No, I'm agreeing. No, I'm agreeing with, you know, all the best moves he can do for the city, for the youth, for the people. But
no, it's not even the people. It's more so himself, bro. Like, he's trying to
ain't sat down and made no peace with nobody.
Man,
you saying what he ain't did that?
Like, look, you got to think about it. Motherfuckers was on the phone talking about linking up and getting up together. So obviously he wanna, but you got to think.
With FYBJ, man, we talking about when Duck was alive. The man, you just said out your mouth, Duck was his main op, and he is Duck main op. So if Duck is no longer with us, so now who could Durk sit down with that'll make sense? Basically, what I'm saying on this pushing peace genre or mission that the world is supposed to be on?
Dirk, shit. Man, who would Dirk have to sit down with? I mean, the biggest two names over there is Dirk, right? And then you got J-Mane, right? And then you got Butter. But I don't think Dirk and Butter would ever sit down together. I don't think that'll ever happen. Like, you got to think about it. Fucking Butter just dropped that Lil Durk disc that we shot out there in LA, and then you turn around and in the same song that Lil Durk talking about push a peace, not a truce, tell J-Mane to send me some whoops, you got him saying calm down, Butter, at the end of the song. He's saying Butter at the end of the song. Ain't no way around it. Like, he's saying Butter.
So
I feel like
when he did that shout out to FYBJ man, that really, okay, that's cool. Big ups to, the Whoop man, for them doing them. Shout out to FYBJ man. We gotta do some work. But you saying FBG Butter will be he gotta be the one. The biggest face right now got to be the one to sit down with Dirk out of everybody.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Right now.
I'm telling you, bro, they was just going back and forth, bro. Like, Butter dropped the Lil Durk disc, and then when Dirk came out with that Conspiracy 2, bro, at the end of that shit, bro, he did Butter, bro. So it's like, if they was to sit down together, that shit would be crazy. That shit would be insane, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Like, in my opinion, shit, it's the war that's gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you think people is using this
that shit gonna
pushing peace as a backdoor weapon as well?
Potentially, that could be a thing too. But I don't, like, on J-Mane's side, I think he's really, like, genuinely just trying to push peace and make sure, like, the kids live a better life. But you never know what, like, the next nigga's motive is, you know what I'm saying? Because I know J-Man, I met him personally. I met Dirk before too. Like, I've been on stage with Dirk before, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know no Dirk.
Mm-hmm. Right, you've just been in the same presence of him.
Yeah,
you
like
really get
he
to sit down and talk and
like
smoke and nothing like that.
He came and performed for my uncle's birthday party. Like, I was on stage right next to him while he was performing all his songs. Like, I was turned up with Dirk on the stage type shit. Like,
what year was this?
This was I was 20 years old, so this was 2016.
Okay.
It was that he was what song was hot then?
So you never really been biased towards Dirk, really, for real? Or
man,
did that just happen?
Like, when I was in high school, I was a fan of all that shit. I just happened to end up falling into the category with this side because, that's just who I ended up cool with. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you're guilty by affiliation. So at the end, guilty by association. So it's like they're looking at me like I'm affiliated with these ones. I grew up in Pilsen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came up off 18th to Oakley. I was turned out when I was 12 years old. I was on the block throwing up breaks as a SD, you know what I'm saying, when I was a kid. But, now that I'm older, you know what I'm saying, the guys fuck with me, like, they click up with me because they're like, oh, you're a D. You know what I'm saying? A D is a D. A disciple is a disciple. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's that.
Right. So what's your passion for more is filming or rapping, performing? Like, right now, in this moment in time, right now in your life, what's your passion and drive more for it?
Entertainment in general.
Just
like,
so all the above.
All of the above, like fucking video production, direction, rapping. Like, I still drop music videos and I still record music and I, you know what I'm saying, still be doing my little thing. It's pretty much more so a hobby now because, I work and, I be helping people connect the dots with all this other shit. So it's like, I don't really have time for my own craft. Once my money revenue gets to like a position where I have a consistent source of revenue that's just coming in without me having to go to work, like if I build my YouTube channel and I start getting revenue off that, I just need to have more lanes of revenue coming in, like start a business and have the business run itself, hire a manager to run the business type shit, But it's just about getting to that point. Once I get to that point, bro, I feel like I can fuck around and blow the fuck up because I got a big idea for an entertainment company. And it's just like, it's bigger than just music and it's bigger than just film. It's more entertainment as a whole.
So,
Shit, we ain't even get to the part when I was at Jamie Foxx crib.
Yeah. I said that. Hold on, give me one second.
That shit crazy.
What the fuck, bro?
That shit crazy.
You know what we gotta do? My memory card's 8 minutes left.